All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good evening, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the Royal Tea. Hope you've all had a great Tuesday, August the 25th. It's been a rather long day here, my goodness gracious. Let me tell you all a quick story before we get started. It's kind of funny. I had to go this morning and have a few tests done. Nothing too serious. Maybe I'll talk about it later. But before they did the test, they had to prick my finger to take my blood sugar. I'm not diabetic or anything, but it's just a requirement before they do this test. So the nurse that was about to prick my finger, I saw that there was a Corgi hair stuck to my hand, and I said to the nurse, I said, "Oh my goodness, I see one of my dog's hairs is stuck to my hand." And the nurse, he said, "Oh, what kind of dogs do you have?" I said, "Oh, I have 3 Corgis and a mixed breed." And the nurse, he said, "I'm not kidding you. He didn't know a thing about me, never met me before, okay? Didn't know, anything about what I like or don't like." He said, "Oh, you're just like the Queen with the trail of corgis following behind you." I said, yes, I certainly am, thank you." Anyway, I thought you all would all get a kick out of that story. So, somebody asked me yesterday about the video I made about Anne Boleyn's grave, if she was recognized as queen on her grave. Proud Kansan asked me. Yes, this is a picture of Anne's tombstone, and as you see, she is recognized as a queen on her tombstone, although this wasn't laid at the time of her burial or shortly thereafter. It wasn't laid till over 340 years later during the reign of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria had the chapel of St. Peter inside the Tower of London remodeled and improved. They had to dig up the chancellery because it was sinking in, and of course they had the bodies that were buried there, etc. Anyway, Claire Ridgway has a great video about it. You can watch it. 3 things we're grateful for today, everyone. Well, Archie and myself are grateful for level shelving. Oh, my stars. Sorry about that, everybody. I was trying to sound like Scarlett O'Harkle there, sorry. Number 2, Smegs knows everything, so she is able to ignore the advice of those with more experience. Yes, we're grateful for Smegs' knowledge of everything. And number 3, I'm grateful for my partner for sticking by me and you, my viewers and subscribers. Yes. JLP said, praying for you to get the new job. Thank you, JLP. I appreciate your kind words and everyone else who said that. And I did get a smidge of good news today. I got the following email from the lady who conducted the interview. She said it was a pleasure speaking with me, and as the next step in the hiring process, they would like to schedule a video interview with the team. This video will be approximately 3 hours in length. 3 hours. When I saw that, I was like, what? 3 hours? What? I mean, with the job that I currently have, I have some people who will talk for like 30 minutes on the phone, and it's easy to be on for 30 minutes with that shining personality. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Whatever I can do, like that. But being on for an hour, that's a stretch. But being on with that shining, sparkling, smile, that when you smile, your smile is so bright that the gleam on your teeth just goes ding. That kind of on for 3 hours. Oh goodness, I don't know if I can do that. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. For today's moment d'histoire, we have Anne Boleyn, the Queen Consort of Henry VIII. We're slowly working our way down the monarchs and consorts. A few facts about Queen Anne. Tenure, the 28th of May, 1533 to the 17th of May, 1536. As coincidence would have it, I started this channel on the 28th of May of this year. So, not quite 3 months ago. Wow, very cool. And I'm showing my age saying cool. I'm told that the kids these days don't say that anymore. Anne was educated in the Netherlands and France, largely as a maid of honor to Queen Claude of France. In February or March of 1526, Henry VIII, that should say 8, typo on my part, I'm sorry. Henry VIII began his pursuit of Anne. She resisted his attempts to seduce her, refusing to become his mistress, which her sister Mary had been. Oh, come on now. Henry and Anne formally married on the 25th of January, 1533, after a secret wedding in November of the year before. Before and after her coronation, Anne protected and promoted evangelicals and those wishing to study the scriptures. She employed far more servants than her predecessor, Catherine of Aragon, having more than 250 of them to tend to her personal needs, everyone from priests to stable boys. A few stable boys. I'd like to have a few stable boys myself. More than 60 maids of honor who served her and accompanied her to social events. Wow, she had 60 ladies, to accompany her to social events. Wow, you employ 60 folks just to come with you to parties. What a life, huh? Oh, and, I find that she kind of drops off the historical record after the mid-1530s. I couldn't find anything about how Anne Boleyn died. If any of you know, please let me know in the comments. Just playing. Bad joke. I know you can't be thinking I'm that crazy. All right, let's get on to today's episode of As the Stomach Turns, The Adventures of the Harkles. Cue the sappy soap opera music. Well, I found this article in the Express. I will link it below. Meghan Markle fans call for the Queen to be stripped of her title after a 2003 discovery. Wow, what lengths won't these people go to? The sugars are now out for the Queen's, yes, you heard me correctly, everybody, the Queen's title to be taken away. Not Meghan's, the Queen's. Let's find out why. Meghan's fans have jokingly, yeah, I bet it's a joke, called for the Queen to be stripped of her title after it revealed she once delved into politics. It's about as much of a joke as the things that I say about Smegs. Meghan has been accused by some royal fans and commentators, including Piers Morgan, of breaking royal protocol by engaging in politics in recent weeks. Some even called for her to be stripped of her title as the Duchess of Sussex, or removed from her role at the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. However, fans have now defended her after royal correspondent Omid Scobie pointed out the Queen also once issued a plea to vote to Welsh people in 2003. This pushed several fans of Meghan and Harry to joke about the Queen being stripped of her title. These folks weren't joking, get it straight. Twitter user Marie wrote, Piers says, "Hey Queen, strip Meghan of her title for asking Americans to vote. But Queen did it too. So, strip her of her title, Queen? Uh-oh. Social media user You Brought the Sunshine added, looks like she needs to be stripped too. And Twitter user soon to be called Gigi added, does this mean the Queen needs to strip herself of her titles? Just asking for Piers. Social media user Alex added, okay Omid, I expect to see more renounce the Queen's titles comments in this thread. Fair is fair, right? Other royal fans of the Sussexes simply said Meghan would simply be that's a lot of simplies. That's almost as much simply as Harry has in his head. Be exercising her right as U.S. citizen if she voted in November's election. Eric the Dame wrote on Twitter, as a responsible American citizen, Meghan has the right to vote and the freedom to encourage others to use their voices by doing their civic duty to vote in the November elections. But there's one difference between the Queen and Meghan, besides status, rank, all of that. The Queen has never delved into politics in the way to which Meghan has, where Meghan has voiced her support of candidates in the past. In the past, she said on her blogs or whatever they are that she didn't like the current U.S. president, President Trump. We know that she's going to vote. She's not going to vote for Donald Trump because she said terrible things about him in the past. So, I mean, come on. Let's figure it out here. The Queen's never voiced an opinion for one side or the other. Meghan has. Meghan speaking at these events where Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris are speaking, like that event for the 19th the other day, the Girl Up event the other week. I know Hillary and Mrs. Obama spoke there. The Queen isn't going to these type of political-ish events and speaking like Meghan is, and then teaming up with, the former prime minister's wife to enroll people to vote like Meghan is doing. Meghan's teamed up with Michelle Obama, the former president's wife, to enroll people, register people to vote. I'm sorry. The Queen isn't doing anything like that. They're alleging, well, it is fact. The Queen said in 2003 that Welsh people needed to vote. Okay, big deal. That's nothing compared to Smegs. Get over it, sugars. Let's read a little bit more. Meghan's on the right side of history. No, she's not. History is not going to remember Smegs fondly. History's going to remember Smegs the way it remembers Wallace Simpson. And I hope that she'll continue living her life as she sees fit. Yes, showing up at a charity event for 10 minutes, flying there in a private jet so she can get her picture taken, sell the picture to media outlets to make cash, merch the clothes that she was wearing at the charity event to make even more cash. Yes, I hope she continues living the way she wants to, making money every way she can, and as soon as Archie's old enough so she can put him out there to make money off him, more than she's doing right now, she's going to do that as well. However, other Twitter users pointed out the key differences they noticed between Meg's latest speech on voting in the upcoming U.S. elections and the Queen's appeals to Welsh voters in 2003. Lady Delish Oz tweeted, "As it was an election in the UK, Her Majesty the Queen was well within her rights to encourage people to vote, but not who for." After public statements on her dislike for Trump, Meghan isn't just encouraging people to vote, it's previously inferred who it wants the votes for. And a duchess doesn't have the same rights as Her Majesty the Queen, whom the duchess is representing. Convince it to drop those racist colonial titles, and it can warble all it wants on international politics. Twitter user Jen Atherton said, "This is a little different than a royal interfering in another country's voting system. This is a monarch urging her subjects to embrace the democratic process." Yes, that is correct, but you don't see Meghan's getting involved in the U.S. politics. You don't see the Queen voicing her opinion about who she thinks that people should vote for. And if Meghan's going to keep taking money from the royal family and is going to keep having her lifestyle supported by Prince Charles and his money, which is coming from the UK taxpayers, then she needs to drop the titles if she wants to talk about politics and turn down the money they're giving her and the security they're paying for. You can't have it both ways, Smegs. You can't have the cake and eat it too. Yes, Meghan is American, but the crown cannot be involved in foreign countries' political system. Drop the title and it's cool. Well, not just drop the title, but drop the funding, drop the security. Daisy Royal simply added, "Yes, I agree with encouragement to vote. She did not tell us who to vote for, did she?" Not technically, but she's telling us in every way she can without coming out and just screaming, "Hey, vote for this person," right? But she's telling us in every way she can without screaming it in your face. If you don't know, Miss Daisy, then you've got some real learning to do. Sorry. Members of the royal family are legally barred from voting in elections, but are widely expected to remain neutral when it comes to politics. This means the Queen and other senior royals do not vote themselves in a bid to avoid the risk of swaying public opinion. However, as outlined by Mr. Scobie, the monarch has urged Britons to exercise their voting rights, In 2003, following a worryingly low turnout at local elections, the monarch told the Welsh Assembly it is vital to the health both of the United Kingdom and of Wales that our democratic institutions flourish and adapt. I share your concerns that we must encourage all our people to exercise their right to vote. This is a real challenge now before us all. That's what the Queen said. That's why she should be stripped of her titles, Omid Scobie. Wow, you're pretty ridiculous. Compare that to what Meghan's done. Let's make a list. I haven't done that, but I should have. Last week, Meghan took part in a virtual event to encourage women to vote and to help mobilize other eligible voters to register and cast their ballot on November the 3rd. But what it isn't saying is that the Democratic vice presidential nominee, Kamala Harris, was also there. So was Michelle Obama. So was Hillary Clinton. So this wasn't a non-neutral political event. They were doing everything but screaming the D word in your face. In her impassioned speech, the Duchess said, "We're only 75 days away from Election Day, and that is so very close, and yet there's so much work to be done in that amount of time, because we all know what's at stake this year. I think all of you certainly know it, and if you're here on this fun event with us, then you're just as mobilized and energized to see the change that we all need and deserve." Now, what's Meghan saying with the change we all need and deserve? Now, that's not being political. What do you think she means by that? What do you think she means by that? Let me know in the comments below, because I know exactly what she means by that. What she means by that is getting the current president out and putting somebody else in there. That's what she's trying to say. Oh, but Smegs isn't being political, is she? No. So I'm inspired to see all the work that you're doing in your communities as well as for your communities. This speech, which followed a statement issued by Smegs to Marie Claire in which she explained why she votes, was attacked by ITV's Good Morning Britain presenter Mr. Morgan. He wrote on Twitter, "The Queen must strip the Sussexes of their titles. They can't remain as royals and spout off about foreign elections in such a brazenly partisan way." A few comments from my last video about Meghan ignoring Camilla's advice and merching the clothes she was wearing at the charity event. I had to put the thumbnail there from the last video to remind myself what it was about. Sorry. And next time she does a charity gig, her PR guy need to say, "You have to work for at least an hour." Ooh, just exhausting. I don't know why Meghan and Harry even bother with charity. It's all a ruse for them. Anyone could see they're doing it for photo ops, trying to upstage actual working royals, and for Meghan trying to hustle her way into some sort of high-profile gig. Because it will bring money. It will bring in the money. Because it's her way to make money and not have to work. Absolutely. Camilla had a really tough time from the press, and the public didn't like her either for a long time. But to her credit, she kept her head down, worked hard, never complained, and today she is accepted and respected. Great videos, Bizzy. Thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Catherine of Aragon was much loved by the English, and Anne was disliked and believed to be a witch. Wow, that comparison sounds very familiar to two living people. The Duchess of Cambridge and Meghan Markle, anyone? Meghan reminds me of the kind of mother Joan Crawford was in the movie Mommy Dearest. She was a horrible mother, obviously with a mental disorder that they did not diagnose. Watch the movie, people. Wonder what her clothes looked like and how much she paid for them before Harry. We have seen what kind of house she lived in. Just look what Harry has done for her. What Harry has done for her? Meghan would beg to differ with that. Meghan brought fame and attention to the royal family. What are you talking about? Meghan was at an event for 10 minutes, giving out handouts. Sounds like her yacht girl days. The Hollywood directors are just waiting to knock on the Harkles' door to offer a movie deal to Archie with the title, The Story of Archie, No Strings Attached. Hilarious. What have we learned today, everyone? Well, number one, Anne Boleyn employed 60 ladies to accompany her to social events. Smeg Harkle employs 60 photogs to accompany her to charity events. Mrs. Harkle's PR guy said she needs to stay at least an hour to do her charity work. Mrs. Harkle said the only hourly work she does can't be done while standing up. Unless that's what he prefers. Number 3. Smega isn't trying to hustle her way into a high-profile gig. She's already done that. Number 4. Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, kept her head down, worked hard, and is now respected. The only time Megamouth keeps her head down is if it is face down in a guy's lap, and she does work it very hard, but she will never be respected. Number 5, like Catherine of Aragon and Anne Boleyn, Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, is much loved by the English, while Megasaurus is disliked and believed to be a word that rhymes with witch. Number 6, Joan Crawford is Smega and Harry rolled into one. Half horrible parent plus half parent with mental disorder equals the horrible Harkles are Joan Crawford. Number 7, one viewer said, One viewer said, look what Harry has done for Smega, but I beg to differ. Look what Smega has done for Harry. She has taken him from a disheveled-looking prince to a homeless-looking persona non grata. Number 8. Smegs said the 10-minute use of her hands at the charity bag giveaway was not a throwback to her yacht girl days. She said if a man is paying her enough to be on a yacht, he expects more than 10 minutes of hand play. And number 9. Archie won't come with strings attached, but he will come with 2 leeches and a pimp. Doria and Harry Harkle being the leeches, and Smegs being a pimp. Everyone, look at this. Gemma loves to suckle a blanket. Can you believe it? It's so cute, though. Look at this. I took this video last night, everyone. Look at this precious girl suckling this blanket. It's so cute. Look at those eyes. Oh, that is just adorable. Oh, look. It's a little smoke there. Sorry about that. Yeah. Isn't that so cute? Look at that. Oh, there's my finger. My finger again. Sorry. And there's Edward. Isn't that cute? And there's Valerie laying on her back on the bed last night. Aw, that's a close-up of sweet little Valerie. And there's Myrtle laying beside me. There's another Myrtle. There's another Gemma. And there's sweet little Edward, the little prince. Aw, okay. Well, if you want to send gifts to the girls and the little boy, there's the address. There they are again. Aren't they the sweetest? And, tips are always greatly appreciated, truly. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. Also, please tell everyone you know about me. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so, so much. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye-bye.